What's up, y'all? This is Jordan and pairing with Be Ready Self-Defense. And today I just wanted to review a little bit from our last video in the knife series playlist. I'll go ahead and put that somewhere up here. So go ahead and check out that first video if you haven't already. I just want to answer a few questions that we had on it. And by a few questions, I just mean one question by one specific person. We didn't quite understand what we're going for, but I want to make sure everyone else understands the principle that we're trying to teach as well. So in our last video, we talked about our first principle of knife defense, and we went into framing, catching, or jamming. And I would maybe reword it a little bit. I would call all of that just intercepting. I want to intercept the knife, and there are many ways in which that could happen, okay? Looking at the traditional crop method of doing this to overhand stabs, because everyone knows that one. Traditional crop is frame and punch at the same time. We talked about this in the last video, and I think some people are just so married to this technique and so stuck on it. But guys, this technique is old. It's archaic, and it does not work well. And we know that because we pressure test this, all right? And this idea that I am going to perfectly frame and block this knife and get this awesome punch at the same time is ridiculous to me, okay? It is a stressful scenario. I have a killing tool flying at my face, and I'm supposed to do two different things at the same time. If we think we're just gonna do all this crap, sorry guys, grow up. You are going to be grappling with this person, 100%. We like this idea of like body symmetry, right? It's kind of like, it's for some people, it's hard to pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time. But if both sides or both arms or hands are doing the same thing, whether it's framing or catching or jamming, if both sides are doing the same thing, it's going to be a lot easier for me to replicate during a stressful scenario. I mean, hey parent, you don't know what's happening right now. Hey, where did his hands go, right? The thing flying at his face. So this thing that's gonna kill me, where my attention's gonna be here. I'm not gonna think, oh yeah, I'm gonna block and do this and all this other crap at the same time. No, my attention is gonna go towards the knife. Our defense is our attack, right? We are slamming into that arm. If he goes overhand, it feels really great, right? And if we want to go a little bit further to our principles, when I do get into 2-on-1 control and forward pressure, I like to eventually get head control as well. Or maybe I catch. I like to get head control. So I am slamming my head into that neck for control there. So I can work that headbutt too. So really we're getting multiple attacks, whether it's there or there. Or slamming my elbow into position. So really, it's better than the traditional method. We're getting a few different scenarios where we can attack with our limbs as we're framing or catching and all that good stuff. Okay, so just reviewing our drill from last time, and again, watch that video if you haven't already. But Perrin's just gonna feed me different strikes, for whether it's angled attacks or straight, doesn't matter. But I can work that framing or catching. Maybe he comes up close and stabs, and that's where I could work a catching scenario, or maybe he's really tight. I'm having a hard time, so I need to jam and then work my way. It could even be a combination of the two. It could be a frame and a catch, right? That's what we do this drill for, right? Different scenarios, different attacks. It's not always going to be the same. A point that I want to make real quick is, I'm not giving you guys different options, right? Ending here or there. I'm showing you different outcomes. Because to think that it's going to be the same frame strike outcome every time is foolish. We're still working one principle, not a technique. We're still working one principle of intercepting. We just understand that there's a lot of different ways that could happen. There's a lot of different outcomes, and we need to drill and be comfortable with those outcomes. So that's why we're doing this drill. So he just feeds me, and just to work a little bit of a head, make sure you're subscribed now and have notifications turned on. But in our future videos, we'll go over more into then ending in 2-on-1 control, as well as forward pressure. But real quick, guys, 2-on-1 just means 2 of these on this, on the one, right? The limb that has a knife. And 2-on-1 could be here, 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 or here, or here, or here, or maybe we start working towards the back. Like there's just 2 limbs on 1 limb, okay? So parent feeds, I get him 2-on-1, we disengage, and he just kind of keeps feeding, and we work these, and maybe I kind of work some catching from time to time. Or yep. Okay, or maybe if I need to jam, I'm having a hard time getting in there. And then I work to a 2-on-1 control frame and catching, so on and so forth, and we go. Okay guys, that's it for today. Just reviewing that first main principle of intercepting the knife, and then just a little bit of a sneak peek for those next principles of 2-on-1 control and forward pressure. Work this drill. This will work for all of your students, male or female, regardless of size, but you need to get comfortable in these positions. So that's it for today. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our future videos for our knife series. Make sure you check out that playlist as well as any of our other past videos. Leave your comments down below. Happy to answer any questions that you have. This is Jordan and Perrin with Be Ready Self-Defense. Train perfectly, fight ferociously, and be ready. Ha!